Okay. Aiden Meredith, welcome back to the Dream Team,
You
buddy.
lunatic, you're back. It's crazy.
Dave, Leo, Joe, Uncle Smiley, Tiffany, Paul, hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Get this off top chat here. As always, we give it a couple minutes for people to roll on in here.
What?
Well, Steven's here, so I guess we can show our faces.
Ew.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What?
Got an air pump making noise over here.
Ugh. Oh, I hear it.
They're fixed.
Hey,
Jonathan,
Jody.
hello. Jody. It's been a while.
Clown.
It's been a while. My Aki is being picky. He only wants super worms now because they're super. Thanks for asking.
That's interesting. I think mine wanted dubias more than anything. Although she liked crickets because she liked to chase them. But I hate them.
Steven, interesting stream. We were lurking. It was good to get more info on the fin dig, which they're going to try to attend next year.
Who's going to try to attend? Steven?
And
Jenna? Both?
Mhm.
Both of you guys? Both?
I think that's what he said.
100%? Well,
No, not 100%.
oh.
I think
No,
he
I
said
meant like 100%
something-
of the crew of the two of them. They would be going.
I think they said they were trying to make an
You
effort.
guys should, because we should definitely be down there by by that point.
If we're not there by then,
Oh
we've got
boy.
bigger problems.
Yeah.
We're trying to be there like next week,
Yeah. Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right. Totally.
But anyways, I hope you're all doing well. We had to delay. Well, I made the executive decision as CEO, president.
I believe you asked me.
Yes, because I value my employees' opinions.
Oh, I'm not your employee.
So we were supposed to be talking about fish from the Congo and the Malibu pools today.
Favorite.
But I wasn't happy with how my presentation was going as far as making the slideshow and things like that. And so I axed it for another week. So it'll be back. We'll do it next week. So today is just going to be a willy-nilly, whatever, regular live stream.
Go crazy.
Fish Tank Barn, what's going on, buddy? $5 tip jar.
So, dog.
Thank you.
We might even drag our kids along, and they'll be extra sad. Do it. Drag their asses to Sacramento when it's 100 degrees. Do it. But you guys are used to the heat, so I guess it's fine. No humidity, though. It's a plus, huh?
Jennifer says, hey, everyone, sorry a little late. We were a little late today, but I feel like we built up some positive equity going early the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah, there you go. Seems right.
Got a few like Windows errors going on today, and it's been kind of
Lame.
had to reinstall my streaming software. Yeah, not too good there, but hopefully we're good to go now. And I see the camera is tilted, which kind of bothers me.
It is a little bit. A skosh. Not much.
I don't know if that's any better, but you're stupid. As long as it says you're stupid under there.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a good way to line it up, I suppose, eh? In life, really. It's a good way to line it up.
Willy-nilly is good, but looking forward to next week. Yep. And the way I was putting it together, it would have been too fast. I had too much info on one slide.
Which I'm a big fan of. If it could be great and you just wait a little while, I'd rather wait. And so I supported the idea of waiting because it's my favorite topic, pretty much. Like, it doesn't get much better than West Africans, especially from that specific area. So, top notch.
No, I did not finish my homework.
Teacher's giving him an extra week, though. Whoever teacher is, I don't know.
That's cute that you think the interwebs will give you any leeway. I mean, honestly, I've probably like 5 people knew that I changed it, so, or even cared. So.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone's as hot for the West Africans as I am or we are, but, you know. We'll force it upon people. It's fine.
So what's new in the fish room?
Yeah.
Quite a bit, huh?
Oh, God. Yeah.
We have a lot of empty tanks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tank redos going
For
on.
the first time, empty tanks kind of feel good, though. Normally, I'm bummed to have empty tanks, but right now it feels like every tank we're able to knock out as far as getting things organized and getting animals into the correct stocking situations, and it feels better.
We're finding a lot of random Corridora fry, which obviously I had over 30 species.
Yeah, I'm like, what's this? Because some of them are so small, it's hard, like, I'm just finding all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. This is why you should keep your fish room clean. Your
Jennifer has
clean.
a question for you.
Oh, Jennifer. How big does an electric blue aquaria get? Males, I have read that they get like 6 inches, which I think is ridiculous. My largest male that I ever had who fathered all the babies was about 4.5, 5 inches. And that's from tip to tail. Like, very tip.
That's a guy that says it's 6 inches when it's
It was about
4.5.
It was about 4.5, 5 inches. The females stay a little smaller. They probably get about 3.5 inches. A really big female will probably be about 4. We have a female right here that's pretty chunky, and they're deep-ish bodied. I mean, they're acaras. They have those like, you know, they're like little blimps kind of, but not too terribly large. When I read 6 inches, I was like, get out of town. Never ever. I've never seen them that big.
And those are on our fish to breed in the new fish room.
Yeah, they are a solid fish, and I've sung their praises many times because I just think for being a man-made fish, which a lot of people take issue with, I have no issue with them. They're solid, healthy fish. That we did something good, you know, and it really was just breeding for color and for traits. They didn't destroy the, you know.
Yes, Stephen, man inches versus correct inches.
Shut up, everyone. Oh, I can't see what you're saying. Wait, I can like.
Bougie has a...
Anxiously awaiting the news. It is indeed. Oh, is it? Wow. How funny. How funny. I mean, it's still a pretty fish, though. Like, that's the thing. I'm not surprised that that happened. I mean, yes, that I can see why it's a little frustrating for sure, but still, it's so crazy to me that can even happen, you know? It's wild. Oh, you got no problem, Jennifer. They're great fish. If you don't have them, get them.
That is what we are here for.
Yeah.
Is to answer questions.
Especially fish that, like, I've never, and I always say bred and then say you don't breed electric blue acara, they breed themselves. If you have them, if they're comfortable, they breed themselves. But I had probably 5 generation, like, I had so many electric blue acara. I kept showing him videos of my tank the other day. I was like, look how many I had.
I was looking for B-roll for a specific fish, and all she wanted to show me was a cara.
Oh, yeah. Because they were so happy and pretty, and, like, I don't know. A good hobbyist bred electric blue acara is a nice thing.
I was looking for cardinal tetras. Dan in the wet spot are out of stock. Is it maybe a wrong season? I don't think so. I think a lot of people are buying more of these fish that are farmed in Florida to avoid tariffs.
Yeah.
So a lot of the farmed fish in Florida are probably selling out pretty quick these days. But that's all speculation.
Somebody just had redhead geos or the redhead tapajos. Jennifer?
Dan has one in stock.
Dan has one in stock.
Yeah.
If that's still currently accurate at this exact moment. Where have I seen them recently? I saw them somewhere at one of our, like, one that we're always on. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to double check that.
Mr. BCBD says, Chelsea sparked my interest in Gymnogeophagus while watching your video on cool water aquarium fish. Fun factoid, I had Gymnogeophagus gymnogenes back in like 16 or 17, and I failed miserably.
They are not the easiest fish.
They did come in with sunken belly, and I could not.
Yeah.
I couldn't turn them around.
So I have kept the Balzanii, the Labiatus, the Gymnogenus, and the Pterapurpura. And what I'll say about the Gymnogeos, oddly enough, is I feel like they almost have a little more aggression than Geophagus. But I still wouldn't call it aggression. It's just, they're not really aggressive fish. But like the Balzanii, for example, if you have multiple males in a tank, they're going to go after each other. Like the footage that was in our video, those were my males, and they were just butting heads. And they had plenty of space. Of course, they chose to be in the same 6 inches of tank always so they could butt heads. But that's kind of what I'm saying. They look for it if there's multiple males. And the No. It was was it the Labiotis? They were assholes, like, to each other. They were not nice.
They're all really cool.
Yeah, they're very cool fish, though.
They kind of get the neutral hump, but it's on steroids. So
It's
it's like the
huge.
sides, the back, like
Yeah.
everything is big.
They look like sperm whales. Like Monstro from Pinocchio, the most terrifying whale that ever lived.
On the Balzania, I don't know if they're all
Yes,
that way.
the Balzania. The Labiotis is that way, not Rhabdotis. Gymnogenus, yes. Most males that are in that genus have a little bit of a nuchal hump or some kind of like definitive factor that you can easily tell them apart from the females, and it's usually the head.
And don't forget to hit the like button.
Boo, boo, boo. Hit the like button.
Super chats also help. Send out notifications.
Super.
I swear.
I'm gonna get like a little buzz
You know
light,
what?
like woo.
I'm gonna
Be annoying.
I'm gonna give one away. I'm feeling generous.
Feeling generous, eh? Feeling froggy.
Feeling one. This is how generous I'm feeling today.
one membership generous today, guys. And
Who's
half of
gonna
that's
get it?
from me. Remember that.
I can't see who got it yet. Oh, there it is. Uncle Smiley.
Hey, nice. That's cool.
There, I
I
shot
like
my
it.
wad.
Hey, Jenna. That's a little X-ray. It's usually me who gets in trouble. Like, that was a little...
I have a minnow trap out and ready. That sounds fun.
Oh, that was my life. So my mom's house backs up to a creek, and we had a fence that opened
Now,
right
is that
there.
in Sacramento?
Shut the hell up. Yes, it was in Sacramento proper.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, so I would just jump out that little gate right there and just catch as many little critters out of that creek as I possibly could. There was always so many minnows. I was minnow rich as a child. It was wonderful.
Minnows are what got me back into the hobby.
Oh, the stickleback?
The stickleback minnow.
The tail of the stickleback minnow is a good one. Anything that gets you back. You know what it was for me? Shrimp.
I could see that.
Shrimp. Like, I was like, why don't I keep some shrimp? That's easy. And then I'm like, uh-oh. Here I go again.
Whoops.
Here I go again. I tore the Band-Aid off, and now here I go again. Oh, thank you, Steven.
Well, there's a
and
real
Jenna.
gifter.
Yeah, nifty gifty.
Gifties. Jinx, can't talk. Buy me a Coke.
We've been watching The
Never
Office
mind.
a lot.
I
No, I don't.
want
I don't
soda.
adhere to rules. I don't know what
I
the
do.
rules are. Don't.
You break Jinx, I get to punch
Did you
you.
all just see that violence on the internet?
Thank you, Steven, Cheryl, Jason, Johnny, Joe,
Wow,
Rachel.
wow, lots of J's. Hey, y'all.
It's going in alphabetical order.
Interesting. I am working on moving my pondfish into the new pond. Hey, that's fun. That's a fun time.
Peter, hello.
Some
Alec,
pond to
hello.
pond action. Hey, guys. Good evening. I feel like that's such a mature thing to say. Good evening. I'm like, what up, bro? I should start saying good evening.
So I'm thinking of, instead of selling my Corridoras, like I said I was going to,
Oh.
of having like one big mixed.
Oh, yeah, you said
Have you ever
that.
seen a big mixed Corridora tank before?
Like a melting pot of
Mhm.
corridoras, if you will. A Cory of all color and size. Although, we don't have... I feel like there's probably, what would you say, like 15 species or so, maybe? Is that accurate? How many do you think we have in there?
If you count all the one-offs, there's still
yeah,
probably
there's still,
like 30.
there is probably, that's true.
Because I did get rid of some, and then I missed some. Like, there's still 4 Adolphoi that I somehow missed.
Yeah. I was putting them in like little, so we save the feeder insect cups for, they're like little specimen cups or for whatever you need them for, and I was putting them all in there going, what in the hell? Because to be honest, I'm not that great at identifying corridoras because to me, I don't care as much, and so I don't care to know the differences. It's not that I love corridoras, I just don't, it's not where my interests lie, so I have to ask him like every time, what is this? What is this?
Even I'm like, found some really small yellow fins, so
Ooh,
the
they're
CW
cool.
123, and I was like,
What the hell?
I didn't even, because they came out of a tank where they were never in.
It
So
was, I know where
like
they come
eggs
from.
transferred over on a plant or something.
Which I be moving plants, guys, so it's probably my fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. But it's kind of cool to find them, and I really like those. Those are cool.
Hi from the future to the past, because for me it's already Tuesday.
Oh, she's living in the future. Hey, Christopher.
Yep,
Yo,
and
yo,
like
yo.
where that island off of Alaska that's like, there's 2 islands, and they're like a couple miles apart, but like they're 23 hours apart.
Oh, okay. I
One's
think I've heard of
Russia,
that.
one's.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back. Just finished mowing and covered in grass.
Ooh, it smells good though, huh? What did I say, Regina? See, God, I say things and I don't even remember. What did I say?
What happened?
I don't know. Something's funny. Did I say something funny? Or outlandish? I don't know. I ordered rainbow darters today for the new pond. Oh, that's a cool thing to order.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
I've
That's
always
exciting.
wanted rainbow darters.
Yeah, they're very pretty. Very pretty.
The cliche, but I've wanted to put them with rainbow shiners.
It's not cliche. It's excellent. That's why it's done. It's not like cardinal tetras with discus and German rams. It's like a no-brainer is what that is because it's so cool.
Conquered green hair algae just in time for BBA to spring up.
Jeez.
I think I'm throwing in the hat for a bit. All that effort for a week of clean looking tank before it gets 10 times worse.
Hair algae is a little easier than
Yeah.
BBA, though. I feel like depending on where the BBA is, if it's all over your hardscape, ugh, it's the worst.
BBA is really easy. It just
I hate
takes
it.
a long time.
Yeah, that
If you
was my
have to sit
problem.
there and spot treat everything.
And like, creek chubs are cool this time of year. Males get a lot of color. Chubs are cool in general. Yeah, agreed. Yes. Oh my god.
Nothing wrong with a little chub every once in a while,
Oh my god.
right?
Rainbow gobies and rainbow fish. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow.
Hey guys, I'm setting up a 180 gallon to accommodate my current 14-inch pleco.
Dang.
I have no idea what else to put in the tank. Any ideas? Rainbow fish.
So DT, you're that one person who actually does the right thing with your giant ass pleco. Good for you. That's nice. The only person out there. You're literally getting 180 to accommodate your pleco. That's awesome. I do like to hear that. Yeah, you could totally do.
No,
rainbow
Leo.
fish.
I don't pay attention to any of that stuff.
What? I don't. Yeah, I have no. Here's my deal. Guess what? If I need an enclosure, do you know where I go? Not any place that has new anything. And even then, I'm like, I'll wait for the perfect deal to come along one day. I don't look at new enclosures. The prices on those are just disgusting. Plus, when we're back in Sacramento, my dad can build anything. So that's what's going to happen when we're back there. He's going to be building stuff. Which is fun for him, I think, because he's good at it.
It's everywhere, even in the water
Oh,
Java moss. At this point, I'm
jeez.
definitely thinking about a tear
Oh,
down.
no.
I mean, you could black it out for a week.
You could try that for sure. I would try that before I tore
your
it down.
moss will get a little stringy, but it should survive because I've done it. And I've had Val survive a week-long blackout. There was moss in it. It was on one of my Tanganyika tanks.
I would definitely black it out before I tore it down. Then if it doesn't work, I think I said this the other day, or the other stream just last week, I've torn down tanks, like everything out, everything. I soaked it in hydrogen peroxide water and then put it out in the sun and then knocked off all the dead BBA and put it back in. It took like a week, the whole process, but still, it worked. Got rid of it.
Let's see. Prices ain't bad. 400 for a 4x. See, you could build something for like 100.
Yeah, I have a lot of trouble with that. I'd rather hop online and just wait for the right deal to come along because I'm a deal hunter. Like I can't. The only time I buy things new is if it gets price matched, some ridiculously low price. Like Chewy is normally the standard for me getting things price matched. I don't pay retail because what did Kramer say? Retail is for suckers.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. It hurts my body. And I find stuff at the thrift store. I mean, it's just one of those things. Embrace the BBA. There are certain tanks where BBA has not bothered me. If it grows like kind of cool, like on a log or something and looks really natural, and I don't mind that. We have some in the Shiner tank on a log, and it really doesn't bother me at all. I actually kind of like the way it looks. But it seems to be controlled. Like the nutrient balance is right in that tank, the light is right, and nothing's getting too much or too little, and so it's just kind of balanced. So nothing gets out of control. But when it gets out of control, I hate it.
Your dad needs to help you all build at least a tiny home. I think we're done with the tiny homes.
Yeah, I'm done with the And I'm not someone who likes, like I've said so many times, like I don't know why people have huge houses. To each his own. But for me personally, I'm like, I have to clean it. I don't want to clean all that. Like I have to
We'd be looking, I'll be like, ooh, this is a good deal for 2,000 square feet.
And I'm like,
she's
why?
I'm like, more animals.
I think 1,800 square feet for like 3 of us is a perfect size, but I want a big ass yard. That's the thing. I can't do less than like a quarter acre. I grew up with a third of an acre and I lived in the middle of the city. So for me, it was like I still had, and I had a park behind me, and then my cousin and my grandparents lived behind me. So it's like I had this giant green space to just play always, and I can't imagine having no yard. That would be
Leo
depressing.
says, am I the only one that hates when you get brown algae in a new tank? That's what plecos are for.
Dude, that is the easiest algae to get rid of too. You can just take your finger and wipe that off the side, and it's like you don't even need a Mr. Clean or a like co-op sponge, whatever, one of those sponges, the white ones.
Or just get an Ancestris pleco.
Or just get an Ancestris pleco and use your finger. Do both. Always feed your plecos. Just a disclaimer.
I just completely tore down a 20 long, refilled it up, put the sponge in there, a couple pieces of wood, and now there's brown algae, diatom algae everywhere. Put in the group of honeycomb Ancestris that we got, and now it's all gone.
It's such a cute tank, honestly. So it has them. It has, what is it, the Adolphi?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what those are?
Adolphi.
Is that what those are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay. I got it. And then the baby barbs. We have like 15 baby banded barbs, and they're getting big, and I don't know why I'm so excited about those, but I'm so excited about those. Like, those are really just, every time I look at them, I'm like, oh, I'm tickled by that. Just tickled.
You could put a pleco in with that puffer. It's not going to eat it. They're too big.
Jennifer, that's where I saw them. Was it Imperial? That's where it was. So it wasn't one of our affiliate, but it was still I bought many things from Imperial over the years.
Aquarium Co-op has an affiliate code for them, so I don't know what their % off is, but
there
if you go to Aquarium Co-op, you might be able to save some money.
Yeah, that's cool. That's where I saw them, and I think I actually said that's a good price. Aren't they like $25 or something like that? Maybe I'm wrong, but something around. It was a reasonable price. That's all I know.
Jose says, I don't have room to build things in my apartment. I just get what I need when I need it, and if I can get it delivered, even better since I don't have a car.
Totally. That makes sense.
I can't afford it. I save up. Yeah.
That makes sense.
When I did it 1 year in an apartment. That's all I could do. And we built a pool table on the 3rd floor.
Coming in clutch. 5% off.
There you go.
There you go.
Code Aquarium Co-op at Imperial Tropicals. I believe he is the only one with the affiliate there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
If anything, it helps pay for shipping. That's what I say. Like,
I'll take any percentage off. Yeah,
yep.
I will take any of it. It's $24.99. Yeah, good deal. That's a good deal. I'd swoop on those for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would, and they always have. I've never got a bad fish from Imperial. They have great fish. I'm a little bummed their selection isn't as large as it used to be, and that they seem to have things out of stock frequently. But you know what?
That's a bummer.
But it's not. I'm not blaming anybody. It sucks for us as consumers because I miss a lot of the stuff they had. I couldn't, like my Bougerkina Vitata, never have I seen those anywhere but Imperial, and they have been out for like a year. And I would buy them immediately if I saw them, I swear, because I love those fish so much.
Fishberg says, will black skirt tetras eat cory eggs? They're definitely capable. Any tetra.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare for them to pick it off the glass, but it's still a possibility. They'd have to be pretty starving, I feel like. At least for the species I've seen. I've never seen them like pick eggs off the glass, but we have like our headstanders do. Pick
yeah, they do.
Stir-by cory eggs off.
They sure do. Little turds. I like that. Oh, hi, Co-op. It's another nickname. Just Co-op.
Supposed to get a BBS hatcher from y'all for my birthday. Happy birthday.
Boop, boop, boop. I have a Pandagara in my 20-gallon.
Danny Thomas with the $5 super chat.
Great fish. Such a great... I just love when people love Pandagara. Isn't that just the truth?
And I think I even love calling him Paragara.
Why did I not even know?
Paragara.
My brain is so locked on the fact that I knew what you were talking about. I didn't even notice it was spelled wrong. That's funny.
Do they still have the red tail ones?
Oh,
if they do,
yeah. Those are cool.
I'm going to be sad.
All these different versions of already cool things. I'm like, oh, stop it.
If we weren't downsizing, I would buy these myself.
Yeah. Ugh.
They still have them, folks. What are you guys sleeping on this fish for?
These? Is it because they're $30? Get over it. I'm sorry. It's fine. And aren't they 29? They are 30. That's the cheapest one. It's not that bad.
They're 35. No, you're right.
It's not that bad. It's only $30, and you only are they. I don't even know if they like to be in groups. I'm not sure. I haven't done any research on those.
All Gara like to be in groups.
I figured that, but so just get a few of them, like 6. It's fine.
Use the code, save 10%.
It's fine if you do it.
The last time they got these and we showed them, they sold out in like 2
Yeah.
days. So this is like week 3. I wonder if they just got a ton of them.
I have seen far more exorbitantly priced fish sell quicker, you guys, and they're not even as cool. So like,
yeah, go spend money.
Get it. What are you guys doing? right now.
Jennifer says, I just ordered 3 redheads. Hopefully one turns out to be a male.
Oh, really? Good for you. Way to God, that's exciting. Way to execute. That was, I really respect that. I want you to know, because I was like that. If I saw something, I learned the hard way too many times when I'm like, do I really need to get it? And then it was gone for another 6 months or a year. Like pikes. If you ever see dwarf pikes, you buy them immediately.
T-Shot says, I tried a new place other than Dan's to order some rainbow shiners from a well-known YouTuber. Ooh, I want to know who.
I knew that was coming.
And it did not go well. 12 DOA.
Oh, no.
I don't know how you kill shiners.
Holy sheesh. That
Second
many
attempt
all
ended
died?
up with deformed jaws on half of the fish. It sucks.
Who said that?
T-Shot.
Oh, T-Shot. It's blocked by the... I'm looking right here, and I couldn't see it. Oh,
I'm
buddy.
curious who it is.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Who's
need...
selling rainbow shiners? And I bet I know who... I bet I can guess. I'm not going to.
I was insane.
But... If
I want to know.
If I was a betting man,
Text me.
If
I want
I
to know.
was a betting man,
Me. I'm so curious.
I will.
Good. Do it.
Do it right now.
Do it. My girlfriend got some pandas, and they're the only fish of hers besides the guppy swarm that haven't died. Oh God. Well, I am glad they're doing well. They're pretty hardy fish. They really should do well. You know, like they should be all right, as long as you're not doing something crazy to them.
Can figure it out.
Okay. All right. Okay.
They cooked the first. You don't even need a heat pack with rainbow shiners.
Ooh, yeah. Why would you do that? That's silly. Oh God, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Tell us what it starts with. My favorite game. Just keep naming YouTubers, and I bet Corey can guess too. I'm gonna tell Corey who I think it is.
This is getting funny. This is becoming funny.
That's my guess, Corey.
Darn YouTubers with their crap fish, except for us. we have great fish, so. I seriously don't think we've lost any of our T-bar cichlids. Ever. Like maybe one.
Blame Co-op first. They don't sell fish, though.
Congratulations again, Jennifer. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you and proud of you. Both.
I'm in timeout for spending. I broke it for the pond darters. That's worth it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Nancy B says, T-Shot, are you on Facebook? There's a rainbow shiner group. You could probably DM someone on there and buy some.
Yeah, I would. If you could find a hobbyist who's bred them, do that. That's unfortunate, man. But you should be able to trust. That's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. The whole thing. The fish. It's sad for the fish. Sad for you. Sad for so many things. My
there
favorite
you go, Leo.
game. Yeah, I can't.
Better late than never.
Wait, trying to. Oh, they're going to be in a 10-gallon quarantine tank for a bit.
It is. It was. I was right.
Here's the thing.
I guessed it.
I just feel like
pay that man his money.
It's so important when you're so
Rounders, anyone? Rounders?
When you're so forward facing to try really hard to do a good and for the fish.
Chick.
I hope it was an isolated thing, honestly. I hope that that's not like commonplace. I hope that that was like that's a really crappy thing to have happen, though. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I'm laughing about that. But
I'm sorry that happened.
I'm probably inappropriate.
Like I said, I'm sorry for the fish. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for everyone involved. It's just really unfortunate when that kind of stuff happens. And it does surprise me with a fish like that should be very easy to ship. They're not a difficult. They don't transport poorly.
Yeah, if I'm backpedaling, they get new employees. You know, some people don't know what they're doing.
Stuff happens. It does. But 12 rainbow shiners, it surprises me that the shiners suffer it. But the heat pack was probably a mistake. You know. Oh, we're not blaming anybody. It's just when crappy things happen, and it's unfortunate for everyone involved. It really is. Attention to detail.
Chelsea, find out how much your POS would charge to build an 8x4x4. More than you can afford, pal.
Oh, shit.
Ferrari.
My dad, here's the thing about my dad. My dad's like semi-retired. I don't really know how to. I think he usually works for like his old clients, like redoing things. He still really enjoys what he does, and he's very talented. But I feel like if somebody asked him, he'd be really excited to do something because he loves it. He's a woodworker. Like he carves things. Like he loves the, artistic side of it. He enjoys it. So,
Hey guys, so I set up another 75-gallon. It's got 2 grown angels, 5 green cories. I would get some more, and a green phantom. What geos or cichlids do y'all think would work well and be amazing? You're gonna say Bolivian rams, Cupid cichlids, electric blue acaras.
Why do I even talk?
Geos.
Yeah. Geos, like I would specifically say Svenai, which I believe are in stock at the Wet Spot right now. They just got some Speni, unless they're gone already and I'm gonna eat my words, but I think they have them. Those are a great geo for most things. They're a perfect size, super hardy, super pretty. They color up faster than most other geos. So yeah, stuff can go wrong with any shipper. Hopefully they make it right and learn from it. Yeah, exactly. That's precisely.
It was Robot Aquariums. That's who it was.
Yeah, that's who it was. Plus, Leo, you'd have to like drive to Sacramento to get it. I don't think he's gonna travel. Like he's got enough going on around him.
Chelsea up front too. Blah blah blah. Yep.
What?
In my opinion, people should share plecos that treat fish. Wait, share plecos that treat fish incorrectly to save someone the heartache. People should share plecos.
Places that treat fish incorrectly.
Oh. That makes more sense.
No, it is, but we can't.
Why am I saying plecos?
We can't confirm that this was a treated incorrectly thing.
I'm having a stroke.
You're fine.
Plecos? I got plecos on the brain.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
Places.
But if there were okay,
there is,
I would say it if it
interrupt you.
If it was
sorry.
Bad. No, it's okay.
There is a Facebook group for scammers,
there
for private sellers, people who scam. But as far as like retailers, like Corey said, everyone can get it wrong. I mean, when I was selling fish, I had DOAs.
Yeah, it happens.
Right? I mean, I feel like it was never that negligent. Like, I would never put a heat pack with rainbow shiners, but you know, I made mistakes. Everyone does.
Everyone does. However, if this was personally, if this was a place that I knew was awful and like, oh my God, don't ever, because I've said places, we've said places that I'm like, stay away.
I will say.
So this
is my one no-go. I will never buy from someone who doesn't do 100% refund, including shipping, ever. Especially
like
especially when it's their fault. They didn't ship it correctly, and you're not refunding shipping. That is ridiculous.
You gotta stand behind your stuff.
There's a reason I support the companies I do, and because I know, like all of them would refund everything. They're all.
Yeah.
I don't even have an affiliate with the co-op, but they set the standard, which is one of the big reasons. Obviously, Corey's like a really good friend of mine, but if they had crappy customer service, I wouldn't recommend him, even though he's my friend.
You can be friends and then not agree. Like it's okay. Like, but that's not the case, luckily. But I'm just saying.
Dan, the Wet Spot.
Yeah. These are not places that we just promote because we get something for it. It's because they are worth promoting. They're just good.
See, that's interesting. Also, some places you can pay for the heat pack, like our plants. Only we decide who gets a heat pack. If we sold them, people would be angry they didn't get their heat pack with their shiners.
Yep. That's
that's
true.
also like how much. So they're probably buying. I don't know how much heat packs are for you guys. What, like 80 cents maybe?
They're probably $5.
And they're charging like $3.99 or something.
I saw $5 one place, and I thought, you're out of your damn mind.
So if you're making money on heat pack, again, it should be refunded. 100%
build it
refund.
in. And I've said this before, like, build it in. I don't want to see that charge. I don't want to see it. Even if it exists, I don't want to see it. It makes me angry.
It's too tight.
Is it? No, it's not.
I feel like I'm in a straitjacket.
Okay. Calm down. Is there any company besides Dance that refunds shipping on DOA? I think people on Aquabid, maybe. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Steven wants to know if there's any other companies besides Dan that refund shipping on DOAs. They will reship. I've had companies reship without charging me for shipping, like Imperial. They reshipped and they paid for it. I didn't pay for it. So I don't know if that's what you mean, you know. They do though.
I know the Wet Spot will.
Yeah. Like they're not going to make you come out of pocket again. They will
reship and not make you pay for shipping.
Right. Which is, some people wouldn't do that. So, you know. But no, I don't know a lot of places that are just giving you, like, if they'll reship you, but they're not going to be like, yeah, I don't know, maybe they will give you your shipping back, but it's not, I'm not familiar with any places that do it like that. You want us to ship it correctly? That's extra. Yeah, totally.
That's what I hate. Like, we buy insect feeders from Dubia.com or DubiaRoaches.com.
Yeah, it's Dubia.com.
And they have, like, an optional surcharge for package protection and all this stuff. And it's like,
can you just protect it?
Why don't you just do it right? And not charge me extra.
Build it in.
Or charge me the extra $2 in shipping and just do it right.
Just like bury these costs so I don't see them and I don't bitch about it. Come on.
All cherry barbs are fin nippers if they're not in a large enough group.
Amen. That's our many barbs. Aqua gonna give you a 3-day live guarantee, I think.
So not to toot my own horn, I was a little different, being that I wasn't like a big business when I was selling fish. But I've said this before, and people that have bought from me, like if you had a problem, I'd refund 100% and then give you a coupon for your next purchase. And depending on the severity of the problem, like, and how good of a mood I was in, sometimes I'm like, here's 10%, sometimes here's 25%.
And luckily he could do that because, like he said, he is a small operation. But if you are a large business or even a medium-sized business operating as, you know, as such, obviously you can't be doing that or people would start taking advantage.
It's a lot different when you have no overhead.
He also usually sells to people he either knows or that are members, people or subscribers, people that know, people that but like random, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry, like, I don't trust you people.
And I've told this story, I think even recently, before I even was talking to the Wet Spot, I bought 12 C096 Corridoras, and the bag showed up popped, and there were still 3 kicking around in there, and I was like,
so sad.
Well, they all lost water, but I think there's 3 that I'm going to be able to save, and they reshipped all 12 of them. Mm-hmm. So,
and they also insisted I get a credit for 1 Tetra that passed, and I just let them know, and I was like, I don't need that $3 credit, you know, like, it's cool. And they're like, no, we make things right. Like, it was a big deal to them morally to make it right because they felt bad, and I thought that's really nice that they did that. What would be a good
group size for a Sphenite and a 75? Secondary
6?
question. Will they not pick off the Corys when they get bigger?
Oh, absolutely not. So any Geophagus or Gymnogeophagus, they have no interest in your small fish. Especially a Corridora. They have no interest.
Yeah, especially in armored fish.
They are absolutely a fish that needs a smaller granule of food. They do not eat large food. They can't process it. So even if they wanted to try and eat your fish, their instincts would stop them because they know they can't process it. So no, they don't even go after them. I've never even seen any of my Geophagus look at a Corridora, look at a Tetra. They don't care at all. They want to sift through the sand. That's what they care about. Small food.
Do you guys think 10 males is too many for 12 female? No. Tinjo Bosemani, going to breed them again. I'm not sure if I should remove more males. No, if anything, it'll just create more competition, which is a good thing in rainbows. It can be kind of a pain to breed rainbow fish if you only have 1 male. So the more males, not necessarily a bad thing. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Mr. B's CPD said my tin Winnie eye fry are disappearing shortly after they're free swimming. I'm thinking they're starving. Would leaving the light on 24 hours help so they can feed at night or all night? Do you know anything about them?
Sorry, I was reading a comment. I didn't pay attention.
Oh.
Which comment?
Mr. B's CPDs, my tin Winnie eye fry are disappearing after they're free swimming. He's thinking that they're starving, would leaving a light on in 24 hours help them feed all night.
I would at least do a dim light. So they definitely need a lot of food, right? They have very high metabolism. And I made this mistake with rainbows, like the first couple times I started trying to spawn rainbows, because I was surprised how much food they needed. So those are definitely going to be even worse than rainbows. So lots and lots and lots of food, and I would, like I said, at least keep it dimly lit.
You know, I've learned over the years that a lot of fish, not all, but a lot of fish need a lot of food, especially if you want to like spawn them more than you'd ever feel comfortable giving like a beginner the information, like never feed this much or never tell somebody who isn't experienced to feed this much. But I feel like I fed really heavy everything that I had. Like everyone was like, oh my God, you feed a lot. I'm like, yeah, but it all gets eaten, and my fish are amazing and they look great.
So Alex says most Aquabid folks refund on overnight shipping, but not on reshipping. Well, it's cheaper that way, right? They don't have to. Not that way. They're just out shipping, not out a whole nother group of fish and shipping.
Right.
What do I prefer as a shipper for UPS for fish? So I never used. We didn't have a FedEx drop-off location. We do now, but when I was shipping fish, there was no FedEx locations near me. UPS was awful. Like I had better luck with USPS priority than I did with UPS.
I think that might not be the case now because the post office has been sucking a big one quite often. But
I would say over 50% of my packages were crushed with UPS.
Oh God.
And it might be just the local transfer station here. It could be, localized, but who was it? Anyways, I had a package go to New York, and the entire box was flattened, and obviously everything was dead, and they still delivered it that way.
See, our UPS wasn't that bad in Sacramento. Like I didn't have that experience. FedEx was more of the problem where I was. But it was just because I think they handled more packages, so there was more opportunity for them to F up. Do y'all have any interesting projects going on right now? I got a wild hair. It's not really that crazy, but I'm going to pull a pair, I think, of our pikes and then a pair of the Cupid cichlid and see if I can get them to spawn in a 40 breeder. That's an idea that I have.
Our projects, we're tearing down the fish room. Not tearing it down, basically
tearing a lot down.
Resetting it.
Yeah. It needed a reset, like a total
cleaning
reset.
Every single tank.
We finally gave up and just started we were trying to do it multiple different ways to not, but it's easier to, at least for me, when I'm in there, I just rip things out and take everything out. We're gonna have to gravel vac everything multiple times, but it's gonna be easier. I like, I guess you could call it scaping, but I like rearranging tanks and redoing stuff. It's kind of fun, so it does feel good to get in there and do that.
I officially handed over the reins to the fish room, and I said, you can do whatever you want to any tank. You are in charge.
I still feel bad. I don't think I could. I don't know. I have some ideas. We'll see what happens, but we won't be bringing in a ton of new fish. We'll put it that way. Mm-hmm. We're working with what we have in here, but we have some really amazing fish in our fish room, and I think we get well, at least I do. I don't want to speak for him, but I get so caught up about being excited about getting other fish. I'm like, I have the coolest fish. We're very fortunate to have a lot of the fish that we do. Why am I not focusing on those? So that's what we're doing, is we're focusing on our fish.
I'll walk that back a bit too. So the only thing I was thinking I wanted was the bottom 320 lines.
I don't care. Please, for breeding. Yeah, please do take something.
And I think my first attempt at this fish room was I want to breed everything, and it was too much.
It's a lot.
It was just too much. I think if I can localize it to just these 3 tanks, I'm gonna try to breed 3 species at a time, and just do it and then move on.
I like that idea.
I still have my black Schultzi breeding tank because they drop hundreds of eggs.
Let me tell you how many tanks I found black Schultzi in.
They were everywhere.
I was like, we got more of these. There's a lot now. We had a good amount. Now there's even more, and they look really nice. So I'm excited that we have a ton of them, and they're still going.
I would like to try some egg scatterers, like our golden barbs.
The dwarf barbs, yeah.
The Pethia galeus. I would like to try to spawn those.
Super cool fish.
Also, I think we need a male or 2 for the
EVA?
Blueberry tetra.
Oh yeah, we're male low right now.
I've come to the hard conclusion that my water is just not suitable for a pistos. So I will not be trying a pistos here anymore.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
We'll probably going to end up with a mixed apisto tank too.
Could be the same tank. Lots of random apistos. That's fine though.
Leo has a question for you.
Did your Aki dig tunnels connecting all the hides around the enclosure? No, that's Akis are technically supposed to have at least 24 inches of substrate because they burrow and bury themselves and tunnel and do all those things. What I did was I took full cork rounds that were solid and I would bury them and I'd connect them. And so she would be all up in there all the time because at that point she wasn't big enough that I had her in her final tank. So it wasn't deep enough, the substrate, but because I connected all, she really enjoyed that. She was always running around in the tunnels, poking her head out and stuff. I spent a lot of money on hardscape for, the money that I dropped to make sure my animals were comfortable. I just have to, disclaimer, when I say these things, it's expensive. It's not, as we know, these aren't inexpensive hobbies, and especially reptiles, you can really just... Ugh, all that wood, it makes me angry. But where am I going to get freaking cork bark from, There's no cork trees hanging around here anywhere that I can just go grab some.
Steven says that Sacramento water would be more apisto-friendly. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I kept apistos. They did fine. I never tried to spawn them or anything, but
it's going to be pretty good water.
Yeah, it's neutral.
I don't think it'll be as good as my Seattle water that I used to have, but it's going to be pretty dang close.
It's I never had an issue with my water, except for the one time I had one incident, but it was because they added some BS that messed with everything. But other than that, I had very easy water. I felt very fortunate. So.
Paul says I normally get overnight shipping to be safe. How much is it there? I'm curious.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm curious too. I had a lot better luck with FedEx. I think it's just different. Depends on where you live. Like, some of us have super solid, X, Y, and Z. Like, I think we could all say we hate DHL, though, right? Like, that's garbage.
So, at my old house, my FedEx, UPS, and USPS gal were excellent. They were
nice.
Amazing.
It's always helpful.
So, receiving stuff was always good. Everything was always there by 10.
It's different when you,
I've told this story many times, like the FedEx guy, one of the bags popped, and he had like garbage bags.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
And so he tore off a new garbage bag and like put all the fish into a garbage bag and saved them. And then like the next day, I happened to have like my garage open doing water changes, and he zooms by and he slams on his brakes and puts it in reverse. He's like, "Did any of them survive?" And I'm like, "They all survived, dude. He did awesome."
That was so nice. That was like the ladies or the people that worked at our FedEx pickup place where I would go pick up reptiles and stuff, because a lot of them, they won't even, like the people who sell them, you have to have it picked up, which makes sense. But they were like, just so you know, we prioritize animals here. We love the animals. We make sure they're exactly where they need to be, when they need to be there. We'll go dig through stuff to get them out. Like, they were really, really nice. But I had people, I think I've mentioned this multiple times, where FedEx took my package that had giant labels everywhere that said live animal, this side up, and they put it on its side. Like in the most awkward position you've ever seen a box, that no one would ever put a box unless they hated you. I was like, what is wrong with your soul? Do you hate animals? Like, jerks.
Regina says, I was going to break one of my 29s. It looked ugly. All my Amazon swords were slowly dying because of the plecos. But yesterday I replanted it with crypts from another tank, and now I like it.
Sometimes it just takes a little revamp.
Mm-hmm.
That can really reinvigorate your zest for the hobby right there, just to change things up a little bit.
25 for overnight. That's nothing.
Are you joking me? That is dirt cheap.
Wow.
Dirt cheap.
Did you get Joey's yet? Recently introduced 7 ruby tetras, which I think are super underrated, into my
They're
blackwater
very
tank.
pretty.
With a juvenile apistogramma. I haven't seen an apisto in 2 days. Is it possible he or she choked on a ruby tetra and died somewhere? I would say that's pretty rare.
That'd be interesting.
I would definitely look for him. He could just be hiding. Sometimes apistos, especially juveniles, they like to hide. They're not too sure of their new surroundings, and it takes them a while to get comfortable.
I've had my local water company dump so much ammonia into my water that it maxed out the liquid. What the hell? Lost so many fish, including my rainbow cichlids, that and rainbow cichlids are impenetrable. Like, nothing can. Wow, what are they putting ammonia in your water for? That's weird. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I've heard of lots of other things, but not ammonia. Why would they do that?
I pick up reptiles at FedEx. They asked me if the snakes were awake inside the box. When I picked up my leaf-tailed geckos, they were like, "Are there snakes in here?"
Yeah.
We put them in another. She's like, "We put them in another room because we didn't want them to get out."
Our lady, the only thing she ever said was, "It's not spiders, is it?" Which I feel like is a normal thing for most people.
And then one time I went to drop off fish at UPS, and the guy was like, "There's fish in there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like,
people's minds.
How do you even do that? I'm like, I put them in a bag of water.
So this was I had Saturdays they were my fish days, where I'd go to all 4 of the fish stores, do my rounds, and I'd go get makuni, and it's sushi. So I would go pick up makuni, and I'd take whatever fish that I bought that day in with me, because I just go in real quick on the way home and grab them. It took 10 minutes, and I just take the bag in with me. And I remember the first time one of the reception girls was like, "What's in that bag?" And I was like, "They're fish." And she's like, "There's fish in that bag?" I was like, "Yeah, they're live fish." And so every time I came in after that, they were like, "What'd you get? What do you got? Bring your fish in." They'd ask to see the fish. And they're like, "It's the fish girl." And I'm like, oh God. I go to the sushi place, and that's what they call me. But it was like a tradition. It became a whole thing, and they were amazed. They're like, "Wow, you can just take fish in bag." I'm like, how do you think fish get places? You see fish in the aquariums at your work. How do you think they got there? In a bag.
The lady at USPS a few shipment back saw live fish, asked me if I needed to poke holes in the box. Well, maybe they're in breather bags. Need some oxygen.
Bless her heart. That's a sweet lady right there.
Joey says, I picked ruby tetras because of y'all. Actually, I've been casually looking for the pisto, as it has been in the tank for 3 months now. Oh, okay, so he's been there for a while. Have you looked around the floor? I mean, you
Yeah.
have a tight lid.
You have those ruby tetra, and they're small, but like
I don't think he would choke on the ruby tetra.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But I'm wondering if something happened to the Episto, if maybe it got eaten. I hate to ever say that, but
it's not getting eaten by ruby tetras.
It would take a very long time. That's why I said when you get ruby tetras in there, that would be quite a feast for them. They're so pretty though.
Did you catch them? Do they cook them? Nice.
People just don't, and that's fair enough. You know, it's kind of like weird if you're not one of the fish keepers out there, and you're like, what the hell? How do you do this? This is weird.
I order Indian with my Google account, so the Indian place knows me as the fish tank
That's
bar.
funny.
I want Indian food.
That's funny.
It's
Yeah,
been a
Indian
long
food's
time.
so good. Any Persian, Indian, Greek, like all that, like
No,
Middle
just
Eastern.
Indian. That's all I want.
They're so similar. All that food is very similar. It's delicious.
2 UPS locations near me don't let me bring in live fish, despite me bringing them their own website policies. Honestly, that sucks, but those are not the people you want handling your fish anyways.
No.
One of the first times I dropped boxes off at USPS, the guy just took them off the counter and threw them in the bin. And I lost my mind.
Oh, you know what? I learned this because I didn't know this after all my years of doing logistics places. So when I went to drop something off just this last year before Christmas, I heard the manager explaining to somebody, if your package, you have to know that every package we receive at USPS has to do it at least to be able to take an 8-foot drop. They're like, that it's going to get dropped. Like, if you're sending something with us, it's getting dropped, and it has to be able to withstand that.
So, here's a little tidbit people don't know with USPS. They're all supposed to have a dedicated shelf for live animals that don't go through the same process.
That would make sense.
And I knew that when I saw him throw it in the
Oh,
box.
it's painful.
And I lost my mind.
I would have. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I had great tikka masala pizza last week. I just want buttered chicken and garlic naan.
Naan.
Is that too much to ask?
You don't know naan.
We have no Indian places here. It's the worst.
There's nothing here. What do you mean that there's no anything
everything here is the worst. I think Corey can vouch that everything here is the worst.
There's nothing here. There's nothing. We got Mountain Mike's now, which is a chain from
and
Sacramento.
It's not even that great.
I like it. It just reminds me of
It's probably
home.
the best pizza in town, but it's
yeah,
still.
for sure. But there's nothing to compare it to. There's nothing.
We only have chain stores here.
And they're not good ones. They're not good ones. You know what I'd say the best chain restaurant is here? Outback Steakhouse.
It's pretty sad.
What? Although their bread is delicious.
I want my baby back.
They're blooming onions. Same thing as an awesome blossom. Extra awesome. Just want to say Salvinis are so underrated.
Chicken breast minus the chicken.
Is that what you want? Interesting.
USPS had a major over the Christmas holidays in Louisville. A major?
I don't know. I think something might got left out there.
As an Italian, tikka masala pizza hurts my soul.
Yeah, I guess my favorite I love Sicilian. Or Neapolitan. That's the style of pizza for me. Nice and thin and crispy crust. That's what I like. We have a place called Mazzullo in Sacramento, and then One Speed. Those two, oh my God, their pizza is so delicious. Hey, Ross. You made it in kind of time-ish.
Texas Roadhouse is better than Outback. I agree.
Yeah.
But the only time I've ever had it is in Montana with Dan.
It was
really, really good.
It is really good. They're consistently good. Like, everybody has good things to say about it for being a chain. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. The other side's Bonefish. So we did go to Bonefish once, and I will say that it was okay. I wasn't like, ugh, this is horrible, but it's a chain. It's just chain
the rainbow
food.
trout was good.
Yeah, and I think I had salmon, and it was fine. And as long as salmon's not horrible, that's good. But it's just whatever. Like, it's nothing crazy. And I'm just used to having such good restaurants. I think since I've moved in the last 2 years, there's been like 87 restaurants that have opened within like a few miles of where I used to live. It's ridiculous.
For the past 2 weeks, a hub of all shipping has just been getting hammered with tornadoes.
Yeah, that's lovely. That'll slow things down a little bit. Freaking tornadoes. Tornado Alley. You can pick your steak at Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, that's nice to be able to do that. I took him to a lobster house that my family's gone to like forever, and they let you pick your own lobster there, but I could never do that. I just get a tail. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to look at them. I can't. I love lobster, but I can't make eye contact. I feel horrible. It's so good, though.
LJ Shrimp says, I was cruising by and the pic for Celebi's Rainbows caught my attention.
Ooh.
It's a pretty good picture.
Love Celebi's.
That's exactly why I used it. I roped in someone.
Mine did well, my Celebi's. I was surprised. But I really liked them a lot. They look like they're...
Cool, great.
What?
Wait for me to ship plants.
Oh. Well. Eesh. Yeah, bonefish, no. It's not anything to write home about. I miss...
It is here, like, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. The first thing... So we're going to go visit my family soon in Sacramento. And I'm going to Makuni. I don't care.
Headed to Redwood area. Any cool spots to see close by?
You're headed to, like, Are you headed to, like... Where are you going?
Redwood
specifically. I know, but there's a few different places, but if it's like the Redwoods, yeah, I could, you gotta give me a minute, but I could think of a few. That's a beautiful place up there. You're going like up like very northern California, which is where it's gorgeous. But there's several different spots where there's a lot of like large, magnificent redwoods. So I'm curious to know which area you're headed to more specifically. Let me know.
Government wants to privatize USPS after the former honcho took something to the infrastructure. Let's be real. USPS has been a shit show for decades.
Yeah, this is nothing new.
Absolute trash.
That's the joke. Everybody hates the post office. Like, this is,
I need more. When I bought them, several died and only ended up with one pair. Got baby or two, but take forever to grow. Awesome fish. That's the unfortunate reality with that fish is they're very sensitive.
That's true.
So you gotta have clean water. You can't skip water changes on that fish. I learned that the hard way too.
That's
There's the
why
other
I was
one,
surprised mine
the other
did well.
rainbow. That's the same way that I'm drawing a blank on.
I don't know, but I was surprised mine did as well as they did. So
yeah, I can draw a blank. And they get a lot bigger than people think too.
Mine were quite large when they finally maxed. Like they were like 2.5 inches, almost 3 inches probably. Like the males, they were pretty big. They're so pretty though. Their fins are just lovely. But eventually they did.
Rack here? Oh, there he is.
Who?
On Budget Bonsai.
Oh. Habit Burger does have deep fried avocado.
That sounds like something I would never
So, have you had... Wait, Corey, did I ask you... Did you have the fried green beans? Do you like the fried green beans? I think they're really good, and I dip them in teriyaki because they have they have really good teriyaki sauce. I've done, like, the teriyaki chicken sandwiches there. I've done teriyaki... Like,
Can we order out Habit Burger for movie night?
we should. It's so good. It just would take forever to
Isn't it
get
like
it
2
home.
hours away?
Isn't it Shoreline or something?
That's going to be a long Uber Eats drive.
I was going to say, it's just going to be cold by the time it gets there. And it's so inexpensive. You'd pay so much more to have it shipped and delivered than...
Oh, that I wouldn't know. Hoove, any cool fish stores along the way between Southern Oregon and the Redwoods?
No, not that I'm aware
I
of.
can't remember the last time I was there.
Because all that's really up there is like Redding, Shasta. Like there's
I've
not...
been there since the 80s. I would love to go to Mount Shasta.
Shasta's gorgeous. Well, we're going to be driving by it soon.
I said
soon.
go.
Oh, we could make plans to stop.
Not look at it as I pass by.
We could stop. When I drove up here,
see
it
all
was...
the aliens, man. All the UFOs.
Yeah, when I drove up here, it was the favorite part of the drive was Shasta. I'm not into green beans in general. Not a green bean fan, huh?
I'm not into green beans, but everyone gets the green beans. That goes
Yeah,
with me. I'm
they're
not
really
a fan
good.
of them either.
They're really good. They just have... What I like about them is they have a small menu, and what they do well. I like that. I don't like big-ass menus. Like the
Deep
Cheesecake
fried green
Factory makes me
beans?
want to, like, have a...
Yum.
I get heart palpitations looking at that menu. And the calorie count is just, like... That's more food than anybody needs for a week. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, their ranch. It comes with ranch, but I always like the teriyaki.
Isn't there the one store that has like the red waterfall pond with the face? I've never seen it. I'm not sure. I don't know what that is.
Wait, where? Where? What store? One store that has a waterfall pond with the face. Now I have to look this up.
I don't know.
It's in California?
Or Southern Oregon, one or the other.
This is very arbitrary when I'm asking Google right now, but we're going to see what happens. I'm very curious.
Barbara
Yeah,
Jackson,
I don't know.
hello.
I can, if you were to go a little further down where I'm from, I can, and like the Bay Area, I can tell you tons of fish stores, but I'm not really, when you get up real north, like north, there's not a whole lot. Like, I'm wondering if, like, you're going to go to Humboldt? Is that where you're going? Because that's kind of what I was thinking, is you might be going to Humboldt.
Would love to collect manzanita since I'll be in Northern Cali.
Nice.
I thought that was all on like the east side of the mountains.
No, we have tons of, there's manzanita in Sacramento.
I mean, in Oregon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's South Oregon. That's why I retracted it.
Sierra Nevadas and like the foothills have tons of manzanita. We have it everywhere.
Going Postal didn't happen because they always had their crap together.
Oh, South Oregon. Okay.
I have heard. I was one of my best friends was a postal worker for 20 some years, and let me tell you the stories I heard. It's very interesting.
Wiki wild. It's so weird. Yeah, you told me there's some weird stories. Yeah, Northern California is sparsely populated. There really isn't. That's why when people are like, "Oh, California," I'm like, no, everybody crams themselves into like 3 different areas throughout California. But you go up north, and it's beautiful. There's nothing.
What?
I'm gonna move to California. He's gonna stay here.
California proper?
Nope. I'm going, you're staying. That's what's happening. That's the way it's going to go. It's nice once you get up north. It's pretty on the coast, too. Lovely drive. My macaw is trying to be bad. Do you have an actual macaw? Are you talking about like a macaw cichlid or a macaw bird? Either way. I had large birds. They're fun times. Fun times. But birds can be real persnickety. If they don't like you, like our African gray hated me. His name was Paco. He hated me. He jumped on me one time and tried to bite my face. And I was like, animals love me. You're supposed to love me. How dare you not love me? I was just very offended by his lack of love for me. But whatever.
Manzanita is such a beautiful plant mini tree.
So what's crazy is it's like bushes, right? So they're like bushes. They're giant and they just take stuff over, and it's got that really beautiful red bark, which I was talking about before. I mean, they're really cool looking bushes.
It's a mini macaw.
Aw. Man, having birds is a trip. Like tropical birds, it's a real wild thing. I loved mine, but they're a commitment and a half. Like, people think fish and reptiles are a lot. Try having birds. Man.
Fish and reptiles are for the birds.
Yeah, like they're way easier. Birds are a commitment.
That was lame. That's all I had, though.
No.
I hadn't said anything for a while. I
You
figured
just
I
needed to chime in with something. I see.
I have 2 non-chain fish stores. One is 75-25 salt fresh. The other one is the other way around. Neither has a decent variety. That's too bad.
See, when you have a local fish store and they still stock what Petco and PetSmart stocks, it's like, can it even be called a local fish store? You know what I mean? Like, I am so spoiled. I am very grateful, and I have learned to be grateful moving here and having, the co-op is the closest store, and it's not super close. It's not like we can just pop in really quickly. And I was surrounded by like 4 stores that took me less than 20 minutes to get to easily. So I know how spoiled I was. Plus, they've reopened one of the stores that had closed because of a fire. So now there's even more. We have a reptile store that's a mom and pop shop, really nice owners.
I've been looking up other stores for my other hobbies, and there's so many more options.
It's just, there's a lot there. It really has made me appreciate my hometown. Like, not that I'd ever disliked it. I liked Sacramento. When all my friends were like, peace out, going to Southern California for college, and I was like, y'all are going to be back. And guess what? They're all back. My other cousin just moved back from Southern California. Like, everybody comes back.
And one has the same provider as Pet Supplies Plus, but doesn't quarantine, and it's 3 times the price.
Oh, sweet. Great.
I work with a parrot rescue called Phoenix Landing. We just placed our 3500 bird.
Woo.
Wow.
I love to hear of that. We had a place called what was it called? Like Parrot Paradise. It was something stupid, but they were for rescued birds. They also would sell certain birds or rehome them, but they would let you come in and handle them. God, I used to hear kids they would look terrified and like cry because the birds would bite. Birds are going to bite you. Like, they're birds. What do you think? Yeah, they're a very long commitment. They have to be willed to people.
Kind of cruel to get such a smart, emotional, complex pets that are almost guaranteed to outlive you. Yeah, that's
it
why
is,
I
agree
don't
with
have
you.
a tortoise.
Yeah, I agree with you. Birds are very, when they meet, like, they can meet their person and you're their person, and then if you pass or you have to rehome them, they can literally start pulling out all their feathers. They could stop eating. They're such emotional animals, and they're so affected by change that it's just not nice to do unless you have somebody that you know like lives with you and is at half your, like your kid who's gonna take it and they've been with it their whole life, like something like that. But even then, you never know. There's a really,
I'm
Alec?
pretty spoiled. I work 1 minute away from the only good LFS, and it's been around forever. House of Tropicals. Oh, I've heard of that one.
Where is it? Who said that?
Fishing Vibes TV. When I worked for Comcast, I was like 10 minutes away from the co-op, so I would
Where's that one?
cruise in there all the time.
Where's House of Tropicals?
I think it's by KG Tropicals, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, on the complete other
Or
side.
I think I've heard him talk about it,
Oh.
or maybe do a tour or something. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. I feel like I've heard John talk about it a few times.
North of San Francisco is beautiful. Marin, Napa, Sebastopol. I bought one of my first 4Runner in Sebastopol. Marin, Napa, beautiful. Napa's like an hour from Sacramento. My friend's family lived
It's
there.
in Maryland. Yeah, so I think I've heard John talk about it.
Some places you can't collect manzanita, but I think you could. Yeah. So there's protected areas, and then there are any state parks or state wildlife areas. You are technically allowed to collect a certain poundage of like hardscape, and you can ask a ranger or you can call and ask somebody and they'll tell you. But you know, sometimes it just grows on people's properties, and if you know
It's like,
somebody.
Here you're not allowed to collect driftwood off the beach, but who's going to stop you?
Oh, they stop you in California. They will.
Yeah, nothing better to do than harass their citizens.
There's they don't. That's what they do. They'll get you. Redwood City is South San Francisco, just a suburb town. But yeah, those other towns are. Yeah, Redwood City. My friend used to live there.
The LFS we went to as a kid had macaws, and one would call the shop cat, "Here, kitty, kitty," and when the cat would come close, the cage it would squawk at it.
That's funny.
Sounds like a pet I can get behind. They're trolls.
Our cockatiel used to whistle the Andy Griffith song, and it was perhaps the sweetest thing you've ever heard. Like he'd get excited, so whenever he got excited, he'd just start whistling the Andy Griffith theme song, and it was precious. His name was Albert. It was amazing. That's cool. Got some fellow Marylanders. Grass-free, Jody. Only took like 45 minutes. He must have been real grassy. So fresh and so clean. I love Just One More Fish. That's such a good name. It's funny.
Where's that? Oh, the name. Yeah.
I'm refusing to do yard work. It's that time of year, man. Yard work o'clock. Get moving. Is it adorable? Thank you.
Jesse's girl.
That's what everybody thinks I say when I say my name. They think my name's Jessie. They're like, "Oh, hey, Jessie." I'm like,
Hey, Jess.
yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get. Uncle Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Jesse?
That's what I was trying to think. What is that? Home something? No. What's the name of that
Full
show?
House.
Full House.
Full
House,
Home.
whatever. A new place opened here where Nova Tropicals used to be in VA. It's called Tropical Exotics. They're also an Aquarium co-op affiliate. There you go.
Nice. Used to live in Redwood City, eh, Barbara? Yeah. Not a lot there.
The more ponds you have, the less grass you have to mow.
Word. That is a accurate statement.
Blowing like 30 miles per
Oh,
hour.
God.
No matter which way the chute is blowing, the grass just pelts you from every direction.
Jesus. That's ambitious to be mowing in that, Jody. Good for you. I live in Singapore. I was thinking back now. It's okay. You did a good job. Like those are beautiful places.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. Really, really. If I wouldn't have known, because it sounds like you know what you're talking about. I would tell people to visit those places. They're very pretty. I think everyone knows Napa. It's wine country. Everybody knows Napa. Full duplex. What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, I don't know. You got me.
I hate when I feel like I've missed something. Oh, you live in Washington, you have to mow all the dang time. All that water feeding those plants, the grass. Hey, Jesse. Yep, everybody. When it first happened, I was like, that was weird. And then it started happening more over the years, and I was like, oh, whatever. And eventually I just stopped correcting people because I was like, I don't care. If I don't have to talk to you again, call me whatever you want.
know. You've gotten upset with things I've called you sometimes.
Oh, have I? Have I gotten upset sometimes with things you called me? Okay. Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Pet Shop has a
Chelsea.
toucan.
You don't like Chelsea.
Because what dumbass says that?
Hey, Chelsea.
What kind of idiot would look at my name and go,
You don't
hey,
like Chels.
because that's not.
There you go, everyone. I gave you ammunition.
Oh my God,
Chels
no.
and Chelsea.
Chelsea. What the lady who worked at the office at my elementary school called me that one time, and I looked at her, and I remember I was like 8 years old, and I wanted to slap this woman across the face. I was like, "How dare you call me that? That's not my name." Mo. My pet shop has a toucan type Aracari. Oh, that caught grapes. That's cool.
Ooh, I've always wanted a toucan, but I've heard they're very hard to take care of.
Oh yeah, you can't have that.
I was watching KG Tropicals, and they were
Driftwood dealer.
visiting a big driftwood dealer a mile from my house.
Wow,
Interesting.
that's cool. That's good to find out, huh? Yeah, they don't take kindly to like extricating or getting things for free in California in nature. Not big fans of that. Every single teacher my entire life called me what? What kind of stupid are they?
Gina.
How stupid?
Remember when I used to call Regina Regina?
I remember, yeah.
Gina.
Jenna, that's the dumbest thing. I would have you should have yelled at them. Like, that is so stupid. Yeah, I should get a black throat monitor, Leo. I should. Maybe I will. I get a peach throat monitor, though,
That's
before
probably
I
never
get
gonna
that.
happen.
I get a Kimberly Rock monitor before I get either.
I get a black roughneck monitor.
Ooh, that's what I would want. Is a roughneck. Buying a new accent? Like a Hyundai? Or like
That's what I was
speaking.
thinking. Man, what is going on all of a sudden? Keeping any fruit-eating tropical bird is extra work. The poo is terrible. Ooh.
Oh, their poo is... So there's like a radius around their cages that they'll have poo. I don't know how it gets there or how, but like it gets there. Plus you take them out all the time. They poop everywhere. Ours were out all the time. So, you know.
Don't worry them being called Stefan.
Oh.
Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel. Yeah, that's all I think about. That's all I can think about. Jenna, did you get into teaching so you could mispronounce kids' names too? Oh, you're a teacher, Jenna? Why did I not know that? I feel stupid for not knowing that. My sister's a teacher. What grade do you teach?
6th.
Stop making things up.
I bet I'm right.
No. I hope he's not.
Daisy.
Hey, Stefan. God, yeah, now that's a good one. Yep. Stefan. Because, like, who does that? It's like in Mean Girls when he's, like, talking about how his sister named her kid Anferny instead of Anthony. It pisses him off. And I'm like, yeah, why would you do that?
Like ass turd.
Bastard. What's up, Sonny? Talked about disrespecting and accused me of being...
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Did I miss something? I've I don't know what's happening right now. I can't
I don't
tell.
know. I feel like it's escalating.
I know.
Very quickly.
I'm trying to surmise here, like exactly what is going on and how I've managed to miss things just because one bar is in my way. Like, what did I miss? What did I miss?
I taught 5th grade for 6 years,
Oh.
for a year, and then it was 3 through 6 year olds, then 4 years.
Wow.
I was close.
You were close, yeah. 5th grade. My sister teaches 2nd grade, which I would go into her classroom and I'm like, I don't know how you do this, because I'm like, her kids like converged upon me and they were asking me all these questions, and then she made me sit at the front of the class and answer questions, and these kids would ask you things that you're like, what the hell? Where do you get this
Drama from another stream. Take it to the DMs, y'all.
Uh-oh, yeah.
Save the dramas for your mamas.
I don't want the drama, all right? This is drama-free
Sunny G
zone.
says, I want T-bar cichlids because your video about them now.
Oh.
See, I told you.
Well, you want some? Because we got a lot, so we've got a ton. And they just have babies.
Why don't you guys just get a hotel room?
What's happening?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I feel like they need to share one of those heart-shaped tubs, though. Maybe that would help them out.
L is for love. Okay.
I teach 8th grade. Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. Let me tell you something. I don't think there's any version of myself I hated more than 8th grade Chelsea. What a shithead. Like, oh my God. I was awful in 8th grade. I was awful. Awful. Just awful. Wasn't much better the next few years either, but, you know. Hopefully this one's not going to be like that.
Move the Aquatics. See you later. Thanks for coming.
Later, brother.
Don't forget to hit the
No
like
hard
button.
feelings, though. There we go. There we go, Ross. There we go.
At least not till they're in the bathtub
I was
together.
gonna. Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ.
I can silence anyone, so keep going. I have the power here.
I have the power. If you need bail for choking at a kid, I'm your guy. What the hell? All right. Are you bail bondsman? There you go, Jennifer. If you have nothing nice to say,
Hey,
then
Mountaintop
don't say
Puffer Keeper,
anything.
what's going on?
What's up, bruh?
Oh, someone was asking about breeding pea puffers, and I totally
Aw.
forgot about it.
Boom roasted.
If you're
Boom
still
roasted.
here, ask again. Sorry.
That was a good one. We like to keep things light here, okay? This is a fish stream, you guys.
We like to have fun.
We like to have fun here. That's what we like to do. We don't like to... There's no beef. There's no beef.
I don't know that I could teach 8th graders.
No, they're horrible. Awful. Awful. Just horrible, awful. All of them.
I was the worst in 8th grade.
That's what I just said. I hate 8th grade Chelsea. What a jerk.
8th grade Chels.
Oh, I was vicious in 8th grade. But I was... Man, that's when them Jordan 14s came out. I looked vicious on the court, too. Those were sweet. Love those shoes.
Louisiana was the only state that increased 4th grade reading scores in
Oh,
national
wow.
test. Is it because they had nowhere to go but up? Did they go from like 0% to 1%?
I was a GATE high achievement child. I was special. I was a special child. And I was in honors. And
I
all
got
those
pea
classes.
puffers to raise to breed. I think they're all ladies. Well, that's not going to work.
Okay, if you got all female pea puffers, you consider yourself lucky because I prefer them over the males. I'm sorry if you want to breed them, but like getting females is so much more rare than getting males, and I think they are so much cuter because they're just little round butter beans, and they
If
have
I
spots.
hear chicken jockey one more time in class, I'm going to lose it. What's that?
I have no idea what that is.
Chicken jockey.
Kids say the darndest things nowadays. I don't know. I used to say a whole lot of psych and like you just
Not.
got moted. Not. Yeah, those kind of things.
Bob, stop saying hurtful, true things about Louisiana.
I call children spawn. Should probably not teach anything. Yeah, they are spawn. It's true. My parents hated me at 10 since I ran around with 2 butcher knives acting like a ninja. Hey, that's cool though. My dad made me weapons, so he was in cahoots. But that's okay. At least he didn't hurt anybody, right? Right? Yeah, most people only get males. It's very rare to see a lot of female pea puffers. I don't know why.
Wasn't the Minecraft movie like one of the biggest flops of the year so far?
I would hope so. That makes me mad.
Like, when is Minecraft
I
going to
don't
die?
like Minecraft. Never. Never. I was the worst in 6th or 7th. I was a favorite kid in high school. It was magical, being disruptive. I got preferential treatment from a lot of teachers, and because I was smart, but yet I wouldn't shut up, and like I was very social too. It was kind of weird.
From the Minecraft, so it's from the Minecraft movie.
Yes, that was me, gifted and talented. Although there's a whole study and a whole thing about gate kids, and that like the CIA was like using gate. Go read about it. It's pretty wild. But I remember when I got
Are
accepted.
you a secret agent?
Yes.
You're
I remember
not
the
very
first
good at
time I
your
got
job.
accepted to gate, my mom didn't even want to tell me because she's like, she already put so much pressure on myself, like just for no reason. Like my parents didn't have to pressure me because I pressured myself. I was like, you have to be perfect, get perfect grades always. And then when I got to high school, I was less. I had other things to worry about, but I was a smart kid. But being smart and social was weird. My teachers like didn't know what to do with me. They're like, normally smart kids are quiet and sit by themselves. I was like social butterfly, so it was interesting. I think I can ping people. My YouTuber broke. It's funny.
I've never been able to ping people. It's really annoying.
Interesting. Ping people. Sounds
Like
so
when
weird.
you at them, I think.
It sounds so weird though, the way it like. I've never said it like that. I don't know. Interesting.
It was me asking about breeding pea puffers since the research was confusing. You got any thoughts on that? I've never done it, but I think you've looked it up at least.
Say it again. On pea puffers, spawning pea puffers. I've looked it up before, but I didn't commit it to memory really because I kind of wasn't. Things that I haven't had a great interest in, like spawning, I never cared about spawning my pea puffers. They're something I kept just to enjoy. I liked spawning my cichlids. That was what I was concerned with spawning. I didn't care about anything else spawning. Because I really am more interested in cichlids than anything else. And I think that's always going to be the case for me. But I know a lot of people have done it. I'm actually surprised to hear of the amount of people that have success breeding pea puffers. Because I wouldn't think they'd be something that was super easy to breed. And I still don't think they're easy to breed. But the information that I've been able to glean just from looking it up, it seems pretty simple.
Donnie says pea puffers are easy to spawn, supposedly.
Yeah. That's what I hear. Rumor around the campfire has it. Did crazy stuff in the 80s. I went to my girlfriend's school for a day in 10th grade, and my teacher's like, thought you were the new student? I can see that happening. If you go to a big enough school.
Pea puffers are colony spawners into plants based on the reading. Well, there you go.
Nice. That's the person you want to listen to, guys. Don't ask me, ask him. You have a puffer spawning related question, don't ask me. Ask Mountaintop.
Jennifer says, I just realized my quarantine tank needs sand substrate, currently has gravel. Why? You should be able to do either unless you have like sand sifters or quarries or...
Yeah. I think a lot of people do bare bottom just because it's easier to clean. I like to have sand and everything just because that's how I am. But I get like, you know, for if you want to keep things like spotless, but I don't care about that. I'm not a spotless tank kind of person. I like it to look natural. Even this breeding tank, like breeding, spawning tanks, whatever.
Need sand substrate for geos.
JR!
Jinx.
Who shot JR? Stop hitting
That's
me
the
on
rules.
Public streams.
You break Jinx.
I broke
Welcome
Jinx.
to the dream team. That's not like eight people we got
My
this time.
God, you people act like you want to hear what we have to say. That's interesting.
And
find that
don't
odd.
forget, we'll be streaming in about a half hour for the members.
Whoop, whoop. All you newbies and returnees. Yeah, just have a lot of plants and feed them well. Most people don't feed them live appropriately and starve them. It's so horrible. Oh, yeah, that's sad.
My EBA spawned in the 230 gallon last night. They are barely 3 inches. Unfortunately, the coolie loaches ate the eggs.
Let me tell you a story, Jody. They will be prolific starting at that size. My first EBAs I ever kept were about 2.5, 3 inches, and they had eggs within 2 weeks of being in my tank. And I was like, whoa, all right then. This escalated quickly.
Oops.
That's the thing. They are good at what they do. And if you have a male that's like, my male that I had forever that was the dad of everybody, he was just an exceptional specimen. I loved that thing.
So Leo says, my hairy puffer is so active every day he comes to the front of the tank when he sees me coming into the room.
He knows you're going to feed him.
When I had a small hairy puffer, it always came to the front of the tank. When I bought one once that was like 3 or 4 inches, and that thing just sat there. He didn't care about me at all.
He was waiting to ambush.
Budget Bonsai says that member show is where it's at, even though we rarely talk about fish.
Yeah, it's really off topic. You think this is off topic?
It is literally just a bunch of weirdos on the internet hanging out, talking about random stuff.
Random stuff. A lot of
Although
food.
there was that one stream like 2 weeks ago where all we talked about was fish.
So surprised. It was actually very odd to just talk about fish. But you know, I'll take it. It's a fish stream.
Babs.
Babs.
This big ass ant right here.
Ew, is that what that is?
It's a worker ant. Look at him.
A carpenter ant? Oh my god.
He's cool.
Ooh, where did that go? That's
He's about to be fish food.
Oh. Tip of the hat to that ant. He's gonna probably get eaten by a turtle.
Or the cichlids.
Yeah, they're too lazy. Geophagus Reddit topos require sand substrate, so need... Yes, they do. Soft sand, specifically. Like very soft, round, smooth sand. Fine particles. That's part of the enjoyment of any geophagus or earth eater is watching them eat the earth. So cool.
Harley says, hey, got a lot going on tonight, so just popping in to say hi. Catch you on the replay. Don't forget to hit the like. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi and hello.
Wow. That was impressive.
Member for 31 months, Nancy B in Tennessee. Weirdo for 31 months. Hope, honestly, much longer in real life.
You, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, your English is great. I believe you've done pretty good. Like, colony
Especially
spawner means they spawn in
if
groups.
this is like your second or maybe third language, you're doing pretty
yeah,
dang
I'm very.
good. Colony spawner means a group. So you have a group of them.
That's what I said, yeah.
Oh, did you?
I did. But that's okay. Groups, yes. I didn't say it. It was kind of under my breath, so.
T-Shot said, made it back. Are you guys doing a member stream tonight? Yes, we are. It is scheduled, I believe, hopefully.
Carob Sea, Jungle River, Sand as well. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. That's fine. That works. It's expensive. You could go to Home Depot or like a Lowe's and get like a plate. Well, I'd get pool filter sand probably before I get play sand because play sand can be filthy. We use this very specific brand, but they don't have it at every Home Depot, so I hate to give that information out, and then it's not at your Home Depot because I didn't have it in my Sacramento Home Depots. But Carob Sea will work. It's just a little pricier, but that's perfect. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does pay because I've had it where I bought topsoil instead of getting Reptisoil one time, and I got fungus gnats, an infestation. It was sickening, and I was like, why didn't I not just buy the stuff that's I know doesn't have fungus gnats in it?
Stephen P. member for 39 months says weirdo for 39 years. I mean months.
Feels like 39 years, eh?
What do you guys think of doing a dirted tank? What are the pros and cons? I love dirted tanks. I haven't done one in a very long time, but I think I want to do another one, although I still probably won't do it anytime soon. I think the pros are it's cheap. Dirt is cheap. Cons are if you like messing around in your tank, you're going to have a mess. If you like pulling plants and moving hardscape.
That's why I've never done a dirted tank, because I know I'm
not so much hardscape, but especially like rooted plants. So if you're growing like sword plants and crypts and dirt and you want to pull it out, you have to go really, really slow.
Even then, you're messing stuff up.
But I will say, I did have a lot of success growing plants in dirt.
Oh, they love it.
They really love it.
I love it.
Really
you could do dirt and cap it with sand. An option. Then you get the benefit of the dirt for the plants, but the sand kind of helps to hold the sediment down.
Jennifer says, my membership ends on the 24th of April. Well, you got one more stream at least, and then maybe you'll win another one.
Crypts? Yes, crypts. Those ones. The bad ones.
We're going to call ourselves the Crips.
Wait, what, Zen? Wait, what? What?
Zen already whipped her member out this month.
That's interesting, eh? Not a gray whip. Not a gray.
Aiden says, I bought out 3 Tractor Supply companies of the sand. I need the stuff.
Hey, if you find something that works, you make sure you have it. I am a proponent of that.
Kenny. I also think we missed the $1 super chat.
From
earlier.
From Curtis?
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
But
James.
Kenny says, being called a weirdo is by far a compliment compared to what else I have been called.
Yeah, I've been called a lot of things. Weirdo's not a problem. Timmy and the Underlords. Love South Park. My member milestone chat. Oh yeah, no. How dare we think like that? It's sick. Tima. I love the phonetic spelling. Thank you for that. Has to be the red label medium sand. They don't like stocking it sometimes. Different markets have different stuff too. I got really attached to this Cemex sand, and it was a very specific number, and then they stopped making it.
Number 2.
I called the facility because it was in Northern California. I was like, hey, I need to get some of the sand. And guy's like, I got you, no problem. I could send you over a flat of it. And I'm like, I need 1 bag. He's like, ooh, that's going to be a problem. It's like, dang it.
You are not worth my time.
Yeah. Like, you don't care about my 1 bag? I was like, it's for fish tanks. He's like, oh, I could see that. I'm like, yeah, well, you know. Pool filters are expensive equipment, so the sand is rinsed and cleaner. Yes. We had it in our pool growing up. It's very light in color. That's something that some people like or dislike, is how it's almost like white. For me, I don't love it because when your fish poop on it, if you're not gravel vacuuming or have like extreme filtration, you see it, and that drives me crazy. But it's clean, which is nice.
PetSmart has some decent fertilized black sand.
I'm so scared of anything like that. I mean, I believe you, but
Well, at least knowing it's from Petco, it's a very watered down fertilizer.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. I like going to English fish streams to keep up with my English. Hey, we like having you here, and your English is fantastic, so I don't think you have anything to worry about. Everything you've said, I'm like, yep, I got it all. I got it. It's totally fine. The Sacrete sand, the issue I'm having with... Oh, you can't find it? I remember you saying that. Yeah, it's annoying.
Nancy says, I love the sand they carry at Lowe's just north of me in Kentucky. The Tennessee stores around me have a totally different brand, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm. It's weird, right? 50-pound bag of pool filter sand, $15 where I go. Yeah, that's generally 15 to 20 bucks for like 50 to 100 pounds, depending on what it is. I think the pool filter sand needs to be uniform size and no foreign debris. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah, we are glad you're here. It's great.
I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, but I'm glad you're here too.
Yes, I would feel awful. I hate mispronouncing people's names.
Who? You? You who? You.
I hate mispronouncing people's names. It drives me crazy because people call me Chelsea and I want to punch them in the face. Just saying. Just saying. My Crypt Tropica likes it. I am being grown out of house and home. That being said, I always add root tabs. That's great. That's a good problem. Good problems. Aquarium co-op sand was cool. Wah wah. Wah wah.
That was the Cimex sand.
It's great stuff.
Got a 40-pound bag of Kerosene Jungle River and I'm going to cut it with Royal Ranch
I'm going to cut that sand. There you go.
Cut it.
Your own blend, huh?
Yeah,
I do that with...
Who's sold drugs in the past?
I do that with all my reptile. I make my own mix
you cut your reptiles?
I make my own mix of substrate for my reptiles. So.
What super glue works best? Gluing Anubias to driftwood?
Which one is it?
I can't remember the ingredient, but somebody in the chat will know the ingredient, and that's the ingredient you have to look for. I always fail at remembering that. Someone will put it in chat. They always do.
Pool filter sand's too light. Yeah, it's too light for me. I get it. You need the different granule colors. Like that's what I like about the sand we use is there's a varying color spectrum. From Chewy, 40 pounds, 40 bucks. That's not bad. I did a whole tank of ADA sand, the Colorado sand one time. Don't even ask me how much that cost because it was ridiculous.
How much did it cost?
Too much. Too much. Too rich for my blood, even for me, who I was willing to spend a lot. But I was like, no, that's going to be a one tank and done. And it was a 75-gallon tank. Idiot.
Yeah, here you go, right here. I just pulled it up. Can't really see it, but... Ethyl to cyanocrylate, methylcrylate.
Cyanoacrylate.
I've actually never bought this before, but there you go.
There it is.
$4.50 for a 2-pack. 2-pack secure.
There you go.
And on that note, it is time to go. Oh my gosh, I just got copyright strike. That's the wrong one. There we go. I want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out. Watch out, folks. Bob's going to cut one. What?
I don't know.
Is that like a fart joke?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Nick says he really likes the co-op glue, but I thought he said he was in Italy. Do they have that there? Oh, no, he just said he's Italian. Not from Italy. Okay, never mind.
I believe he lives on the East Coast.
So, everyone, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. We got over 100 people again, so I appreciate the likes and getting those notifications out. Don't forget to use our discount codes. Go buy fish. All members, we will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. And everyone else, we will see you again next Monday. That's it? Nothing? No final words? You gotta say something.
We'll see you then. Have a good week.
You can't just sit there. You gotta do something.
Well, I'm looking to see...